Well, I know this is hard to believe, but I've had clients that haven't been a good fit. And so we've referred them out to other clients. I think I don't know exactly how to describe it. All I know is that when you're sitting in a room with someone, you either connect or you don't. And
that's okay.
if you don't, it's okay. You can refer to someone else. If you do, well then that relationship just continues to grow and intertwine. That's just it. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. And you know. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know, they know. And they'll let you know. So
yeah. The practical stuff like location and finances and can I physically get there? Do I have transportation? I mean, those practical things. And then you look at their specialties. Is this person seemingly going to be able to adjust my stuff? The part is, are we going to connect because we form that relationship with that person? And I think it's just style and it's personality. Mm-hmm. And if they connect well, then we'll have a successful relationship. If not, then yeah, I've had people that go, that's just whatever it is, your personality, your style is not working, and ultimately all of us, any therapist, hopefully, wants the best for their client. And so, hey, if I'm not the best fit and Dr. Leedy is, please go see her, type of thing. I want this person to get what they need. So that's kind of what I look at with looking at fit for a therapist and a client relationship.
And I think that's why we have different focuses. Mm-hmm. I work with adolescents. Dr. Leedy doesn't really enjoy working with adolescents so much. Right. But that's okay. Right. We all have our... Mm-hmm.
And we want clients to know that it's okay for them to seek somebody that they kind of click with. Mm-hmm. Last night I was referring a client to go see a doctor, and they said, "Oh, which one?" And I said, "I don't know. Call them." Each office, you're going to kind of feel something, not to get all weird and existential and universal, but you'll feel something. You'll feel like, oh, okay, this sounds like a place that I would want to go back to and actually make an appointment. Or you might get that feeling of, I'll keep calling. Mm-hmm. So that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that the fitness between the therapist and the client is huge. Well, we know it's huge. I mean, mm-hmm. We know from research that, and just our own clinical experience that, mm-hmm. If you don't have a good vibe between you and the therapist, you're just not going to make as much progress, regardless of how great their skills are and their specialties. But I think, it's like what you said, when you go in, you want to feel comfortable, but you also want to feel challenged. I mean, if you're going to you don't want a therapist who is just, who's not going to challenge you. You want someone who's going to help you see things and has the boldness and the gentle boldness to help you see and put your stuff out on the table. Mm-hmm. But also I think you have to know a little bit about yourself, like, are you an introverted person? Are you an extroverted person? Are you someone who needs structure or you don't want structure? And so those types of things when you're in the room as a client, you can start to get a little bit of a sense of, is this therapist across from me, are they a very structured person or not? Because if you know a little bit about yourself that way, then hopefully you can see that and you can always ask your therapist. I had a client just yesterday ask me, how do I work in therapy? And I thought that was a great question. So don't be afraid to ask also, like, how do you work? And, what do you not feel comfortable with? Because you're hiring someone to help you. Yeah. And so you need to feel confident in who you're working with.